think
Take his tongue. Bury his tongue somewhere. You don't want to take the head? Cut out the tongue. Put the tongue somewhere. He can't speak if they do speak with dead.
What,
Come
did he
on.
know sign language or can use a pictogram?
Then cut his
Does sign
fucking
language
arms off.
exist?
Suddenly there's a lot of disembowelment from the one that was so opposed to killing someone.
Yeah, I'm sure if he could speak through farts, we'd have to take his fucking intestines out too.
Hey everybody, welcome to Wither and Bloom Studios. My name is Todd, your DM, and we are excited to play Session 18 tonight. Are you guys ready to play some D&D?
Too much.
Let's
Garrett's
go
like,
over
no.
here.
over here.
Garrett says no, please. All right, let's do a quick recap of this because we've got a few things to go over. In Session 17, you all had received an order from Finch Stone, a key operative in the Velvet Sky, to essentially murder Magistrate Reptar as a sort of sign of your loyalty and potential membership into Velvet Sky. You've all seen the potential for how this could benefit you, and your meeting with Holobolus earlier on in the campaign, sort of hinted at that.
Their cycles are matching up.
The dual trickle.
Heavy streams today.
They've been spending so much time together.
That's pretty good tonight.
That was a good.
Wow, that was high velocity, low
Sorry.
content. Anyway,
There we go.
Don't make me spray all over your rig.
Oh
man.
my god.
What?
Whoa!
Here we go.
We're off to a good start
Great
tonight.
We're off to a great start. So anyway, you've been given the mission of murdering Magistrate Reptar by Finch Stone. Now, some other interesting things happened in the last episode as well. One, we see Thrude and Mandrake the Black at Balls of Fire having a very interesting metaphorical time as they hammered out their...
No.
We'll just leave it at that. Remy also made an interesting discovery in trying to find some ale for that magical date when she wandered off to the Black Lily and met the barkeep and owner of the Black Lily named Cherry, who not only provided her with a really nice ale, but also provided her with some company after the fact. But most interestingly, I think, in the last episode was the plan that Branmorn and Tryfon hatched to get inside the Hall of Evidence at the Magistrate's office to see if they could recover the lost arcane focus that they had been tasked with by Favera Crow's associate, Osa. So, Branmorn turns himself...
Osa's 11.
No.
Branmorn apparates into his ring form, which Tryfon puts into his bag. Tryfon assaults a guard from North Veritas, promptly gets thrown in jail, and when the bag is checked into evidence, Branmorn comes out of the ring, searches the evidence room, and then finds the arcane focus. Tryfon is eventually released from prison after Thrude pays the 270 gold piece fine. And we left off with Thrude just sort of smacking around Tryfon a little bit because he basically used up all their gold in this stunt.
Ow.
So that was kind of fun. We also have, I know that Remy and Thrude have had a long rest, as have the rest of you. Actually, you've all had long rests, and it is the following day.
It's the following early afternoon, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true, because
The magistrate didn't get
the
them
magistrate
until
did
about
not
3.
get them to
They met with the stone guy.
Yes. So here we are.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Listen. All right. I want to give you half my gold.
Well, I think that's only fair.
That's fair. That's
It's gonna
fair.
be like
That's
20.
okay. That's all right. I got 49 pieces of gold.
Dude, that's an insult.
I'm sorry.
You know, just keep it and give me the winnings from your next 4 fights.
Oh,
I need you to all have some gold on you, though. I just need to show. Here's 10 gold.
Fine.
I appreciate you.
That is literally the kiss after the fuck.
You're right.
the kiss after the what?
He's crazy.
Did you
Oh.
fuck?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
Finding out how.
You don't want to find
We
out.
don't need any little travelers running around.
Can I do a perception check on
This
how
is
food's
crazy.
walking?
My
Why is this the way the episode is
God.
starting?
Wow. Welcome to Wither and Blue.
Wow.
If this is your first
Cersei
episode that you're
rejoins
ever
the party.
watching, I'm sorry.
First roll of the night.
Go ahead.
First roll of the night.
Let's see, let's see, let's see.
Cersei's still rubbing the dirt.
That's 13.
Oh my
13. I'm going to say that
I
dwarves,
just rolled a 13 too.
dwarves, given their size and stature, have an already sort of pronounced walk
Hmm.
that could suggest that they have.
Wow.
You don't really get anything for a 13.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I'm going to stop there.
He
Can
censors
we,
himself.
Thank you.
Can we go somewhere private?
Aren't we in the room?
No, you're
We're
outside.
of the
Right.
magistrate's office.
Mission accomplished.
You don't know that.
Well, we made it out. So we need to go
Don't
talk
you
to
think
our.
there is someone that,
I got a guy.
in theory, might be bundled?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
Well,
want to
let's
kind of
go.
get him out of there. Let's go.
Do we still have a room at the Mallard?
You had checked out of your room at the Mallard, but said you might be back.
I don't want to go back to the Mallard.
What,
I can get
to
us
the
a private
perhaps?
stallion room, little like quarters where you warm up. I'm sure I can get Moth to give me a private spot for a second.
There are spaces there that you could actually occupy. They're not exactly nice overnight accommodations. This is a place that's inhabited by some real unsavory people.
Yeah,
But if you needed some space to have some privacy, it's possible.
yeah. Let's
Check.
go there. I'm sure there's some athlete's foot on the ground. You know.
Okay,
We'll be
sick.
all
All right.
You know.
Yay.
It takes you about 10 minutes to walk across town.
I
And
have a question.
yeah.
We're not walking past that bar, are we?
Oh.
The black Lily?
the Black Lily,
Pretty
no, the
far
stallion's
on
in
the
the
other side,
opposite,
isn't
not
it?
the opposite direction, but it's not exactly on the way.
Okay.
It's not quite as
Yeah.
far as the...
Also, just as like, do I see any like interesting animals? Animals I haven't seen before.
Animal check.
Roll a perception check for me.
Instead of a rat check, it's an animal check
It's
now.
No
just
more
an animal
rat
check.
checks.
Oh, that's a 13.
A 13.
Mhm.
You were looking for these animals before when you encountered the kiosk that you had the pomelo snack, right?
Mhm.
A 13 is not really going to yield anything interesting. There's run-of-the-mill city animals all over the place,
Okay.
but nothing right now. Takes about 10 minutes to get to the stallion. It's early afternoon, so you, of course, see Moth and Lawn Meat are there. You know, they're regulars there.
Yeah.
You walk in, Moth sees you, and he's just like, "You're coming for some action tonight."
Maybe. I do need some privacy right now. Could I get a space?
Yeah, we got a couple of changing areas. We actually do have 2 rooms that we keep for people that maybe overindulge a little bit. We got to toss them in a bed. Want
Genius
that?
idea. Let's get one of those rooms.
All right. So he kind of motions you in, and he goes actually past the typical stairway that takes you down to where the fighting pits are. And he goes over and around the top of that staircase. There's a small hallway. There's a door on either side. He reaches into his very small sort of pocket that he's got. And he pulls out a key and he opens the door. And he's like, "I'll give you this for a couple hours. There's nobody using it, but if you want it overnight, you're gonna have to pay for it."
I'm gonna give him a silver. Give him like a nice man forearm handshake.
He appreciates that. He nods, claps you on the back a little bit. He's like, "Do what you got to do, man."
Thanks,
And he
bro.
walks away from you. You guys walk into this room, and it is vile.
Ooh.
There is a mattress that is held up by kind of a rotten wooden frame.
Oof.
Yeah,
It looks like it's had its share of interactions. So
Ew.
we just say it's dirty.
Ew.
The floor is not exactly clean, but it's what you'd expect. And this is a really low end place that you're in right
I'm
now.
Let's
like
get a black light in here.
immediately kind of like pulling up the end of my dress so it doesn't touch the floor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna immediately shut the door behind us.
Understood.
Okay. You
Get
roll in
my
the room.
bag.
Yep.
Open it a little bit. Let's see what he got. I'm gonna get the ring. I'm gonna kind of like, hey there, hey, Bran, you can come out now. Come on
Can you
out.
hear in there?
I'm gonna like knock the ring a little bit, like I'm gonna like whatever, try to like wake him up. Come on out.
You don't feel any of this. This is extra dimensional. So.
Yeah.
Cersei, can you talk to him?
No, you just look like a fucking idiot, and I'm enjoying it. So keep trying.
Well, I'm gonna put this in the middle of the room, and when he feels like coming out, we're gonna be here.
Did you give him any sort of time frame? Or...
Well, I think it's a miracle that we made it out. You know what I mean? So I think your tone is a little aggressive
Right.
because we did a good thing.
So it's a miracle
okay?
that you made it out, and yet, you knew that going in, and you.
We did a good fucking thing.
Went in. You did, but I just think in the future, don't be dumb.
You got a lot of opinions right now.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
All right.
Yeah.
We did a good thing. Let's talk to Bran when he gets out. What did you do last night?
We're just hanging around.
Oh, sick. Awesome.
Yeah.
Real asset.
Because you guys didn't include me in your incredible plan, so. Yeah, and Remy was God fucking knows where.
I think Cersei got a little too deep in the bottle.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Oh,
You're
you're not in the room.
Wow.
That was out of character.
No, that was meant to be in character. I just forgot you were.
So.
Oh, I see what you mean.
While we're here, how was your night, guys?
The night was, closing in, as it were. But more interestingly was this morning we did have an interaction with our previously arranged contact from the Velvet Sky.
Okay.
They,
That was that.
it was an interesting situation. They basically proposed a test of loyalty. They have proposed that we kill the Magistrate Ravdar in order to prove that we are trustworthy.
In the haze of you saying that and your sort of the fog and haze of your intoxication from the night before, you realize that the time you were supposed to do that was about 6 hours ago.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Uh,
Wait.
No, it was
Look
the
at
following day.
It was the
wasn't
next day.
It is currently that day. You were overnight in the jail cell.
We were supposed to kill him by this
But-
time.
It was the next morning. That was yesterday.
I
You
thought
guys
we
all
met-
took a long rest overnight.
Yeah.
You were in the jail cell overnight.
No, we
But
met
they
with
met
him
with
met
him the
after
following
Yeah.
day.
after
yeah.
yeah, we met with them. We met with the
Your meeting with Finch Stone was when you woke up in the morning?
Yes.
Yes.
It was after when we woke up in the morning.
I'm too old to play this game
It's
anymore.
that damn dementia, baby.
Oh my god.
Don't be making me feel like I'm dead.
Like cuckoo crazy.
I'm
Really?
sorry.
Didn't
I,
think it-
for some reason, had it
I
in
was
my
about to
head.
freak out.
that
Because we
you-
spent the entire day sitting in a park and jail fuckery.
Yeah,
is
you know
the
what it
note
was?
that I have
is
up
when,
here.
when the party split
Yeah.
initially, that's when I thought that
It
happened.
was
My
because
bad.
it got stretched out
No.
into 2 sessions.
Fair enough. It's tomorrow. You haven't missed anything.
So we gotta
God.
kill
Move
this-
along.
Tomorrow morning, he will be on his way back to the Crooked House to
DMs.
continue.
Fuck up sometimes.
DMs are humans too,
Only sometimes, though.
That's right.
Yeah.
very limitedly.
If you ever fuck up too much, lie.
Roll a dice.
All right,
and
go
see
on.
what's
What are we
chance.
doing?
As he is on his way to Crooked House with 2 guards, 2 magistrates.
That's it.
That is it.
2 guards.
Yes.
All right.
So perhaps
love
we
killing
should post
people.
up somewhere on the outskirts of town, wait for them to
It seems like
arrive, and we can jump them, highwayman style.
I want to say that we should maybe take a step back and look who we've become.
Huh?
We
That's
all
crazy.
kind of got
Did
jumped on the
prison
road
change you?
here. That's how we all met, and now look at us. We're jumping people on the road, guys.
So it has come full circle. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know if it's a good thing.
I
The
think
jumpies
prison,
become the
he got
jumpers.
reformed in prison.
Sorry.
Did you
It's not my
find-
first time going to prison, guys.
Did you
I
find some
wouldn't
higher
say
power in
regular.
prison? Is that suddenly, or did you read lots of books or something? You're
Or did
now
you just
enlightened?
find weakness?
First off, I'm not. If you
I
think,
think-
someone taught me how to read, you're funny.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to insinuate that you had.
Prison's not
Literary
as boring as you
skills.
think. A lot of people just ramble. I learned a lot about my cellmates. They were just, talking. It's a good time. It's a
I'll
bonding
cut their fucking
experience.
lips off.
What?
Huh?
Huh?
I'm sorry, I'm just on edge.
Sorry,
Seems like it. What's going on?
No, nothing.
Okay, Cersei. All right. How do we feel about this? About this whole... Are we going to just kill everybody that anyone asks us to kill? I mean, morally, I don't...
Well,
really
it is
care.
in line with what we had already decided to do. We got a directive and asked from someone to work on killing the things because we do not like what they do. I personally am not very fond of their exploitive nature. The magistrates are clearly in on this situation. The magistrate Ratnark in particular has said that he was going to continue his investigation of us and our involvement, and that he was skeptical of the fact that we were bested by Bun Bun.
You're right.
So why not do ourselves a favor and take him out of the equation and
No.
get ourselves some new alignment with some potential people that we might be idealistically sharing a similar seat with.
Actually, I agreed with you until that last 5 seconds, because we're already a suspect, and there's probably some sort of documentation on, yeah, we spoke to these people, but they seem suspicious. So if we kill him, even though people won't know for fact that we killed him, we will be in suspicion of the case that he was actively going to work on, which puts us in the hot seat.
Well, then let's kill him.
Great druid.
No,
Yeah,
that just fucks us over.
I mean, look.
Look, I'm all down for killing people, but I think that just casts a really bad light on us.
Our druid found another friend.
I'm not suggesting that we do this in the middle of the town square.
No, obviously not.
Hey, baby.
But even then, like, he suspects us in the case that he's physically going to work on in that moment that we will be killing him.
Exactly. So what is the issue?
Yeah, I think we take him out. That's our best option.
But won't there be other
Did I
people
not?
looking
Did
out
I not
at
reiterate the
case?
fact that if we do not, we have agreed to do this task for the Velvet Sky. If we do not do that, it is our lives that are forfeit.
Oh, so we're fucked either way. All right,
So let's
kill him.
just fucking kill him, okay? I did not think I was going to have to advocate for killing someone with you. That's quite surprising.
I was just trying to be smart. But you guys already took that option away from me, so.
I mean,
Clearly we
sometimes shadowy organizations are a little bit more trustworthy than government organizations.
That's some fucked up logic, but okay.
I mean, the government organization is just
Listen,
whichever
you did not want to
organization's
kill him,
empowered.
fine. You weren't there. You did not do
No,
any
no,
commitments to it.
Don't get me wrong.
So-
I love killing.
Well then,
Huh?
let's stop talking about it and figure out a good way to do
All
it,
right,
so
sure.
that we do not get shit-faced for it.
You love killing?
It's a bit of an overstatement. People who deserve it, especially government officials.
Can I get an insight check on that?
Onyx Kenoran.
Go ahead.
Piece of shit.
It's gonna be an 11.
You can roll either persuasion or deception. Don't tell us what you're rolling, and
The 21.
Okay. Tight.
you feeling it. She's got a point. So you spend some time debating the ins and outs and morality of whether or not this should be done, but it sounds like you're landing on this is going to happen.
Yeah.
So you both, Thrud and Remy, both received information about where Reptar would be, which is basically out of the south gate from North Veritas. About a mile and a half down the road would be, based on your recollection of traveling back and forth from the Crooked House to North Veritas, about a mile and a half outside of the city, there tends to be a little bit more of a coverage on either side of the road. But within that mile and a half, there's a lot of busyness. People actually even have small business like kiosks set up and things like that. But after that point, things thin out a little bit. So you know that would probably be more of a space to wait for this to go down. You do know that Reptar should be traveling sometime before 8 a.m. on their way down because they're supposed to be down at the Crooked House in the morning hour.
Okay. So we get out there early morning, camp out on the tree line, maybe set a trap. No?
I like that idea.
Okay.
There's no method of like DNA evidence or no like magical spell that they can use to be like, I can tell who this
Sure there is. They could use Speak with Dead.
Motherfucker.
Of course, that's if the dead person sees you and can maybe identify your name. But otherwise, you'd have to be thrust in front of the dead corpse, and somebody in their 5 questions would have to say,
Or,
is this the
you
person?
know, you
Or
could
we
just
take
completely
its head.
dismantle the body.
Take the head.
Is there
Two types of
a
people.
is there a potter in town?
A potter?
Yes.
Absolutely.
A
Is there an
potter.
assist?
Yes, there's an entire potter's guild in North
Like-
Veritas.
Are we going to
Sorry?
melt him in acid?
Is there like
No.
a soap maker?
Just take the head, guys. You
lye?
can't talk. If
Just
I-
put the body in some lye. Anyway.
I still have
I'm not
in my
gonna lie.
possession.
That's a good idea.
Oh, wasn't as good as the ice comment.
Oh my
Anyway.
god.
Why did I have a heart attack over a ladybug? It's like, what the fuck is this?
You're
Um,
dive bombing.
I
us.
do have another pouch of the black
You're an
powder,
idiot. Get on my hand.
and I have 500 ball bearings left over from the pouch that I had. So I was thinking, perhaps we get a nice little clay vessel. We put that in there, and perhaps put a wick in, plant that in the road,
I like that.
run a little fuse out to the side of the road so that nobody sees us. We have a nice diversion.
That's
if it
loud,
takes one or
though.
two of them out, it is loud. Sure.
I mean, if there's only 2 of them, I think a well
three.
place.
I mean,
a
Cersei over
well-placed-
here can handle the flame of it all.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'd rather something that's not a boom. We put some masks on, take the head with
Masks.
us.
Okay. Masks for you and her with the horns.
It's fair.
Yeah, masks aren't gonna work. Let's not do that.
I could just shoot a fucking fireball at him. And we could just take the head.
I don't know about
Agreed.
that.
I like taking the head.
Take the head, throw it in the sewer.
I love.
I
Nope.
don't want to take somebody's head. I don't want to see that.
Take his tongue.
Oh, turn your face. I would
Take his tongue. Bury his tongue somewhere. You don't want to take the head? Cut out the tongue. Put the tongue somewhere. He can't speak if they do speak with dead.
What,
Come
if
on.
he knows sign language or can use a pictogram?
Then cut his
Does sign
fucking
language
arms off.
exist?
Suddenly there's a lot of disembowelment from the one that was so opposed to killing someone.
Yeah, I'm sure if he could speak through farts, we'd have to take his fucking intestines out too.
Or maybe just his cornhole.
Maybe.
What is happening?
How long?
We could
how long till Bran
employ
pops
a
out?
sort of plug-like device.
I'm just
On
following
to
you.
what?
Bran pops out.
I'm leaving that to Bran.
I need 4 hours from when someone was coming in to get the bag.
I'm gonna say you're well into the third hour.
Okay.
You're between 3 and 4 hours.
Well, at 4 hours,
Oh boy.
Bran will come out.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I wouldn't have come out earlier than
Yeah.
the 4 hours that
Yeah.
my vessel allows me to be
Yeah,
in
you're
there.
giving them the maximum.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
because I don't know how long it took to.
For the
leave.
sake of time, can we safely say that you are okay with your plan, or do you want to debate the attack more?
I think we did all right. But what do you guys think?
It makes me nervous.
Why don't we discuss on the way?
I mean, we're gonna be
Well,
there a
we're
couple
going-
hours
We're
early.
going to have to leave this evening to be able to set our pick our spot and wait there for that moment to arrive.
You could I mean, this druid could like summon some vines, slow the thing down on the road.
Oh, she can summon some mean vines.
I could do some mean vines.
You know, just a thought. You're pretty impressive
I
out
could
there.
do pass without trace. We could be stealthy.
It's hard for us with big armor, but yeah.
Well, it would help.
I did not know. I mean, the way I typically roll on things like that,
You need all the help you can
perhaps
get.
all the
You need
pass
all
without
the
trace
help.
in the universe would not help me and not make a noise. So,
Yeah.
personally, I don't give a shit if we make a weapon
Summon
noise.
vines in bed.
Just
Same.
fucking kill them.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I do.
All right, we good on the plan?
I don't want to watch.
It's fine. You don't have to.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's a Bran.
Bran, a little bit more time pops by and your 4 hours is up. You materialize in the middle of the room. You
my
see
God.
Bran sort of form in all of his now orange and yellow color. His hair has transformed into this fiery red
Ooh.
orange. He pops out like a completely different individual.
What did jail do
Bran,
to you? Wait,
You're
wait.
fucking badass.
What did
Stop, bro.
prison do to you?
You look good, baby.
What's up?
Oh my
My
god.
man. I'm gonna dap
Hey,
you up.
did we get out?
We got out, baby. We're in the
We got
stallion.
out?
We're in the stallion.
I know it looks like prison still. But...
You got
I
it.
got it.
Sorry.
Yes.
You got it. You got it.
See through.
Fuck up.
Hello. Did you drink some of that weird prison toilet wine and that
Okay,
change your
so-
complexion?
It's something I can do.
Oh.
You know, and I wanted to be a little inconspicuous. Everyone knows me as the green lollipop guy. Don't think it's okay to use the lollipop still, but
Can I call you Flamio?
Flamio.
please.
Flamio.
So currently, just in case I was caught where I was, thought, change it up a little bit.
And this is mostly your color structure that changes seasonally, or
Yeah, it's Feywild shit.
and you can do this
guess.
whenever you want.
I gotta think about it while I sleep. But yeah, I can. It's kind of like seasonal. Normally, you see me in the green. That's spring. you know,
Okay, hey,
around
what did
here
you
is
get?
spring.
The important
Drew
thing?
is interested over here.
Yeah, but can we
This
see
is
the
very
goddamn
compelling.
thing that we just broke
Yeah,
in?
it's all really
I
nice
can
and
be a little
great.
blue and icy.
Can we
Oh,
see what
really?
you
Is
got?
that part of like the winter time?
Yeah.
Can I
you know,
take
if I'm kinda
Bran's
just a little
bag?
down.
Oh,
Will you take him? Don't
Can I
take
try
my
to take
bag.
Brand's
Don't
bag
take my
while
fucking
you're
bag.
while he's talking to Thrud?
maybe
I'm
we
gonna
don't-
walk
maybe
up
we
and-
don't touch his stuff. He went through a lot to get
You're in
there.
a
Okay.
very small room together. I would
Okay,
say
God, why is,
I would
Why
say
are they
make
all
sleight
so
of hand
touchy?
with
why
disadvantage.
is everyone on edge?
I thought you mission
I'm
accomplished.
offering help by going up and flicking him in the nose.
Oh my god, you're fucking kidding me. Why'd
Well-
you make me do that? I got a nat 20 and a 5.
That's
Wait.
awesome. All right.
No, but
So
I'm
10.
offering.
So
I know you're offering help. You guys are all packed into this tiny little
Then can
space.
I rip it out of his hand? With my
what
nat
is
20.
so? Why are you so?
Princess, this is the
Princess.
darling.
I-
Remy.
Whoa, darling.
Mission accomplished. I found what I was looking for.
Hell yeah. Can
I
we
went
see
in
it?
there
25.
looking for. I pull out the box. We're not supposed to touch it, but
Tight.
I checked. It is in there. I'll give it a quick.
Let me see. Oh.
quick peek.
Does it like speak to us like the Eye of Sauron?
No, but you actually do feel this kind of arcane power sort of emanate from the box. So you sense
You
a
should clear it
presence
up.
there.
Yeah, it seems
tight.
pretty powerful. So anyway, I'm gonna put that back in the bag. Well, I'll pull out a giant handful of gold. I found a bag of gold. I didn't want to take the whole thing.
I think maybe that should go to Thrud. Thrud had to pay my bail. That
How much was the bail?
270 gold, but who's counting?
I gave them 10 gold.
Yeah, as if 10 would help.
260.
Okay.
gold.
You know,
Well-
so I had some pocket change.
Okay. So clearly I didn't take enough of the gold that I found, but
You want me to punch another guard in the face? That's-
Oh
don't
my
punch another guard in
God.
the face, okay? I didn't
I'll
know
punch
it
you
cost
in the
that
face.
much. What did you do?
What do you mean? You watched me do it. No, you
No, I
didn't.
didn't.
Wasn't it like
all I
three?
did was-
Wasn't it 3 charges
I-
or 2 charges?
I broke a guard's nose. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. One headbutt. That's it.
That's
Okay. Sure. That's it. Well, I will give you through what I found,
Okay.
which is 175 gold. Hopefully, in
Very
the
well.
future, we can
Now
make
you
you
just
whole.
owe me 2 fights.
All right. Consider it done. I'll do it right now.
I would still take the 4 fights.
I'll go upstairs and do it right now.
A little interest on the debt.
Gold doesn't matter, Bran. So whatever.
Oh, gold doesn't matter to Bran.
Tight.
Interesting.
Not
Anyway,
really.
find anything
Wow.
else?
Why are you so like? You're ready to rip the bag out of my hand. Why? Are
I'm
you
This is
so
a little
curious. I want to
aggressive.
know what we
Why?
got out of the prison.
Hey, Thrud,
What?
can I have my ship back?
Ooh. Holding it
What?
captive
Whoa.
until you pay up.
Please.
I forgot what you did.
You're gonna see like the most like weird, painful,
You
awkward
got the-
smile.
You got the sweaty.
Ew.
Oh yeah, I
You got his hammer.
Yeah, I kind of need my weapons bag.
Trude reaches under the plated skirt that she wears and pulls out Chungus's
Please tell me you pull out sweaty.
Can I smell it?
sweaty. Yes, it's sweaty. It comes out.
Why are you gonna
Here's your
smell it, you
tankard.
freak?
Just like indiscreetly, can I smell it?
Just give it a
Ew,
little-
freak. Freak.
How's it smell?
I'm wa-
Musty.
That's no.
Can we not describe
No.
that
Thank
smell?
you for
Stop.
keeping it safe. I appreciate that.
especially after.
You are a very valuable
Oh
member
no.
of this party.
Here's your weapon.
Thank you.
Is he pulling out a book of smells over there?
It's a-
I'm
there's got
just
to
doing
be a-
some research for later.
So
Gotcha.
speaking of weapons, I found this. I took this.
What you got?
I pull out this really fancy jewel-covered dagger. This looks special.
Can I inspect it to see if it has any look that I've seen before, Todd?
Absolutely.
What would I roll?
Can I look over
Um,
his shoulder at it?
You can choose to roll either an Arcana check, or you could roll a History check.
I'm like
well-
this. I'm like,
That's gonna be a 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful. It's very well made. It looks kind of desirable. You're kind of like, ooh, I like the look of this.
can
But
I do a history check on it?
do you have history? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do it.
Cersei, is this magical?
Is what magical?
hand the
I
dagger
got a
over.
19.
19.
The dagger. It's a
Dagger?
jewel
Teamwork.
17 plus
covered
2.
dagger.
Teamwork.
Gotcha.
I warmed it up.
I'm literally looking over your shoulder and I can see it better than you can.
I'm gonna
You
start
said
just
I
like
can't read.
twirling it around. Can I do an Arcana check on that dagger that he just handed me?
Well,
I asked-
actually, Remy just did a history check on that dagger.
Oh,
And
interesting.
so, do you have Arcana as a. Are you proficient in that?
Yes.
Yeah, I had asked Cersei specifically if it was magical.
Okay, so I'll give you a little bit of the history in a second. Give me your roll as well.
Oh, it's an 8.
An 8.
Shit.
This one's not totally familiar to you. It
Hmm.
does have something in it that kind of stands out a little bit to you. You're not sure why you know this. It could be your history where you're from. You might have seen it before or heard a story about it. But this dagger has some kind of magical property with blood. You're not exactly sure what it is. You don't know the name of this, but you do know that there's something about when you attack with this dagger, it stores a quantity of like a charge from the blood. But you're not sure what
I'm
it
so
does.
tempted to go like
Elden
this
Ring.
on myself.
Maniacal laugh.
Interesting.
So,
I'm sort of turning it over.
You do know that it is a fairly rare item, and that whoever uses it does have to attune to the item. But you're not entirely sure of the name yet. You can tell that it is a fairly deadly looking weapon.
Seems fancy.
Like, beats me.
So,
Good
I'd probably
find.
relay what I know about it to you.
I just picture you doing like a Pawn Stars
Can
type
I-
of
can I
like,
have it?
you know, like summary.
Well,
of
I
it.
have
Yeah.
it currently.
You know, they bring the
have it.
experts in.
I got a
It's like,
guy that's an expert in
I
this
think
field. I'm
I
gonna
think
talk to
right
him.
now it
I'm
stays
literally
in the bag.
handing it to you.
I think right now it stays in the bag.
Yeah, maybe you don't want to mess with it just yet until we know if it's safe.
Not in this town.
You know?
We just stole that from a fucking. A
Why
vault.
should it go in a bag when it could be strapped to a person?
Because you might use it.
And-
Because someone
Anybody-
might see it.
Under my dress?
Oh, I would see it.
The
Not now, Cersei.
one last detail. One last detail for
Crazy.
Bran. You
he
took
just
this.
blew right past that.
I'm
We've had enough.
sorry. One last detail about the dagger that you didn't spot when you were in the evidence room, because you guys are all examining this now and looking at it. But the jewels that you see in the pommel of the dagger, they sort of form the face of what appears to be like a woman's head with her mouth open, like screaming. So the back
That's
end,
sick.
the butt end of the dagger is this head of a woman, and her mouth is open, like, which is kind of wild.
Seems pretty
That's tight.
evil looking.
There's some considerable craftsmanship put into that, and
Good
it
find.
might be a little bit of
It's kind
darker.
of crazy how well we did.
It worked.
It worked.
Without a hitch.
I almost got caught.
Yeah.
So when I popped out of your bag, I made a fuck ton of noise. Didn't really think of that one, because it just goes, poof.
yeah.
So I guess your bag was on a shelf, and I knocked some shit off, and
Oh,
then I
shit.
just kind of went and hid behind the shelf, and
And
some
it
dude
worked?
came. It worked.
Risky business.
Yeah, I didn't feel too good about it, but some dude came in. I
I
made
want
too
to go
much
in
noise.
my
What if I call you
bag
that?
and take the leather scraps that I
Risky
have that I
business.
took from the
Risky
guy when I was making
business.
things for Verbena, and I want to
It's
make
better than
keep your
lollipop.
business. And I want to make almost like try to make, I should say, like a little garter type thing.
Is she sticking the fucking dagger right now?
You know what I'm saying? That's like a little holster.
Watch that.
Yeah.
I think she's about
So you
to
want to
I'm
make a
move
whole
for
trying.
your
sheath
piece.
for this?
Not a sheath, just like
A little
a
holster.
thing that I can like,
Tie around your leg.
yeah.
Okay, well, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my second dagger out of my bag and I'm gonna hand that to her, and I'm gonna take my fucking jeweled one back and say, "Here, you can temporarily use this
I
one."
already
if
have
you-"
one of these, and I'm gonna give it back to
Okay,
you.
fine.
I
Then
don't
give
need
me
that.
my other
Could
one.
add two
No,
of them.
why?
Why should you
Because
have
I
it?
found
He
it.
found it.
I'm
He
gonna
stole
yoink
it.
it out of
He
her
did
hand.
all
Can I
the
make
work
a
for
yoink
it.
check?
A yoink check.
You want to make a yoink
I'm gonna make a
check.
yoink check.
Awesome.
Where
In the least offensive way possible. If an item like this is found on a person like me, it looks
That'd be
less
under strength.
suspicious.
I
Let's
beg to
just can
differ.
we just
You
see
look
how
more-
they
you
play
look
out
pristine,
before you
you look
grab
put
it?
together.
With
They're kind of
class.
working this out.
Yeah, why would
Gotcha.
someone with
Somebody would-
class have a dagger?
Do you not see the craftsmanship on this thing and how much this thing could be worth? Do you know anything about this thing
Well, I know.
other
fancy
than what
weapon.
I just relayed to you about it?
You
Well, you don't need to come at me, Miss Remy.
we still
I'm
don't
just
really
saying.
understand what it does, and you seem really, really interested in it. Worries me a little bit.
What is it for you?
I don't know, because it's like you were like,
I mean, can we just let her
Very-
hold it?
All I'm saying is, our friend here put out all the effort, found it. Maybe they should be the one that gets to experiment with it.
absolutely.
They did the
And
work. They did the heavy
What
lift.
side are you on?
You're a
Just
squirrel
because
with a
you
nut.
recognize that it's got good craftsmanship
is
does
a
not
nut.
entirely give you entitlement to it.
Tryfon's gonna like agree, but like
Whatever.
stealthily behind
Finds
Remy's
these,
back.
keeps these. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, you remember that, and I'm gonna give it back to
"Thank
Bran.
you."
I remember that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give you a little pat on the head.
Fuck.
Don't touch me.
I got you.
Okay, thanks, Drew.
Can I sit next to Thru for a second?
What is happening?
So catch me
What?
up. What happened?
I wanted to
We're
have like a
going to
little,
kill the magistrate
a little
right now.
side conversation after it. But I mean, if you guys want to
Why?
keep talking about
'Cause
this,
he's an asshole.
My memory is so low.
And the Liquids guy, or Velvet's guy, they asked us to do that. Liquids guy, awesome 80s movie, by the way. Liquids guy.
Okay.
tomorrow morning.
Very early. We're going to close ourselves up this evening.
Do we have a plan?
Seems
Seems
we're either
risky.
going to blow something up or slash something or make somebody
Lead.
blow up fireballs or
So
pass without trace and
risky
smash it.
business.
Yes, sure.
Risky business.
Fuck around and find out.
Can I
Sure.
call you that from now on? You never said anything.
Arby,
I'm thinking I got a
didn't
couple. Can I
say
can I
no.
run them past you?
it's the beak.
I got
Sure.
a couple. We got Flameo. We got hot stuff. And we got risky business.
Stick with risky business for
I
now.
like that. I like
Because
that.
the red will go away.
Okay. But the riskiness
We're
will
just
stay.
keeping the red for now. This is my disguise.
Copy that. I like that. Now, I think we have a deficit in your wallet, and I know a way to get it back.
And what would that be? Are you proposing you go upstairs again?
I'm proposing that
It doesn't always go your way.
we put some of our money down.
Oh,
Me 2-on-2, me and you go in there. Gets one that'll put up the same amount of money. So thinking 50 gold each of us. Double or nothing.
You're the one that only had 10 gold, which you gave to me.
Okay.
I have,
Or you have
I have
70 gold.
39 gold with a lot of silver. 68
Just
silver.
lost 270.
It's a 60-40.
I know, listen, I got enough to cover it. I have 67 silver.
Mm.
67 silver. It's just if you, I'm interested in making up. I don't like losing money like that if you want. And I know me and you.
I'm not going to charge you interest if that's what your worry is. I do think it might be prudent for us to, if we are going to take on this endeavor for the Velvet Sky, that maybe we concentrate on that and not tiring ourselves out or putting ourselves in a dire straits situation. Maybe we should go into that level-headed and clear.
You are a valued member of this group.
We can always come back here tomorrow night and fight if we feel so inclined.
All right.
Do they got food here?
Yeah, they got food here. It's not the best.
Do they have food here?
Not really. I mean, they've got some basic bar snacks
Moldy
and things
pretzels.
here, but this is not the place you eat dinner.
Are you hungry?
I've been eating these shitty rations he had in his bag for
Hurtful.
the past day.
Hurtful. How many you got? Did you eat all of them? Or?
A couple.
You should try the pomelo.
Pomelo.
The pomelo was very.
I'm a little
was
worried
that?
about said pomelo.
Oh, it was lovely. It was a piece.
How do I feel after eating that pomelo?
It's
You feel fine. Yeah, you
it's
feel, like you had a.
savory,
it's
but
kinda
yet
like-
a little bit sweet.
I mean, I won't say it's
meat on a
junk
stick.
food, but
Yeah.
it's
There
very
are
sort
quite
of
a few,
well seasoned and tastes very good. So it's a comfort
Sounds
food
good.
almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Should we venture outside and try and
Sure,
find
let's
something
have
to
some pomelos, I guess.
okay. So back outside from the stallion, off into the streets, you're thinking heavily about the actions you're going to take in the morning. It's getting on into evening time now. There are lots of establishments that you could eat at. There are several places and kiosks in the street, like I've said before, where people are outwardly and openly, cooking everything from their large stew kettles over, it's like miniature fires in the middle of a kiosk where someone's got a bubbling brew and they're serving up bowls
That's alliteration.
of stew.
Bubbling
Brews of
Bubbling
stews.
brews.
There are several people that are actually serving pomelo, the very thing you're looking for. There are other people that are serving simpler things like different vegetables and things of that nature. Then of course there are inside establishments where you could sit down. There's the familiar toenail, although you might have problems with the toenail. I'm not entirely sure. There was the Teal. The Teal was the restaurant in the Mallard, much higher end. The meal is going to be a lot more expensive there. Up
I
to you
want to try
guys.
this.
This pomelo was very,
Pomelo?
very good. I did enjoy it considerably. It was filling. It was nice. It was affordable. There's something to be said for street food. I do enjoy
I'm gonna ask you.
people putting in their hearts and souls into making foods.
I'll definitely try.
All right.
Pomelos.
I want a
Is it
couple.
teal?
All
Got a
right, so
couple
you
from
find
them.
it doesn't take long, and you find another vendor, not the one you went to yesterday, but you find another vendor that is. This one has it both in the typical sort of stick kebab style that's over a small grill in this little setup that he's got, but then he also has this larger cast iron kettle, and you can smell these amazing smells like home cooked meals with, rich and heavily laden with these beautiful spices, and then steeped in vegetables as well. And you see him serving someone right in front of you, and he pulls out a wooden bowl, big ladle out of this like hot piping reddish brown stew heaped with vegetables. He sprinkles a little bit of a seasoning on the top, hands that to an older woman who nods, and she kind of just stays in the area and like is eating. I mean, people are kind of mulling about as they eat. I don't want to liken it to a food court, but it seems like there's a lot of people in this area that are all eating outside as kind of a meal. So you walk up, and this gentleman kind of looks at you, and he's like, "You like pomelo?
Yes, please.
You like the stick?"
I would take a couple of sticks for, let's see, how much are your sticks?
The sticks are 3 for silver.
We've dipped.
3 for silver, 2, give me 2 silvers worth of sticks.
All right, so
No.
you kind of like puts them together onto a, like I said before,
No.
wraps them up in a paper,
Mischievous.
kind of hands those to you.
What
There's
is
6
that
of them.
stew that you have there?
Well, that's a pomelo stew with the fresh vegetables, the seasonal vegetables. So right now they're mostly things that are hardy in the colder weather.
Yes, more root and tubers.
Exactly.
Wow,
I like
nerd.
that.
Your Bran's gonna kind of like get up over through his shoulder and just be like, yeah.
You do want some of that? too?
That's
How
mostly-
much is the stew?
The stew is 1 silver per bowl.
Everyone? Stew? Stew?
They're saying that they dipped,
We dipped.
and I would have
We
liked
do.
to have
But
a
you-
roll.
We're
are
going
gone?
with the teal.
I would have liked to have a roll
Okay.
to notice that, possibly.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll perception. Roll for me. One of the two of you are both roll stealth.
Okay.
There.
17?
13.
14.
14.
Yeah.
You don't notice them immediately, but when you finally do figure it out, you turn and you just see the two of them like wandering off together.
Guys, they're wandering off.
Where are you going? I just got you pomelo and stick. Huh?
Wait
We're
up.
running.
Do we hear them? Like, are we far enough away that we don't hear them?
Probably. The
Through
city's
kind of
bustling.
like-
Well,
I'm
if I
gonna
roll
try
a-
to follow them.
If I roll a
Turtle.
perception, that's a dirty 20, so I definitely hear them.
I'm gonna try to follow them.
Where are you
I'm-
going?
Okay.
I'm like, let's book it. So we're just gonna book it to the teal.
Can I make an attempt?
I'm gonna finish paying this man for a bowl of stew.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are getting set up with your food.
Are
What
you
a-
going after them and do you
Yeah.
want some food?
I
Well,
What the
suddenly
fuck?
we
More
have-
pomelo for us.
roll a
We've got
survival
6
check. for me.
pomelos.
Eat some of your pomelo.
Survival check.
Sure.
Survival
Uh,
check is
do-
basically your
does-
ability to navigate
Oh.
in,
Is it
certain
dead?
natural settings.
He's not gonna
you're
survive without
you're
me.
aging me. I got a 5.
A 5.
Let's
yeah,
go.
they
Let's
kind of
go.
disappear into the crowd.
Do I find my way back, or am I lost in the crowd?
No, you know where these two are, so you
Okay.
make it back to these two guys.
I come back and I say, I can't stand it, guys.
Pomelo?
Yeah,
Stew?
thanks. Fuck, I'm gonna down every fucking piece of that pomelo in one shot.
Okay, so you
What do you think?
you
fine.
wind up getting a couple of the kebab sticks as well, and you 3 of you are standing around having this.
It's fucking.
Is
You
there any
two-
bread for the stew? Do you have any like?
Yeah. He kind of like
a little crusty.
ducks under, and he actually has these really hearty biscuits. They're like cooked 3 times, and they'd almost like break your teeth, but dipped in the stew or at least put in your mouth
Good
with.
accent.
Yes.
Yeah, so they're actually quite good, but they're tough. This is not like a
That was a couple of silver.
Yeah.
All right.
It was
You
two.
paid a couple. I paid a couple, right?
Yeah,
You said
I'll
it
do a
was
couple.
3 for a silver.
3 for silver, and you wanted 2 silvers worth.
Yes.
Branmorn's was a silver, and yours would have been a silver for 3.
Yeah.
And I got the stew as well, so
I'll give a
I owe you
silver.
3 silver.
Okay. He kind of takes that from you. You guys are standing around having a bite.
Yeah.
You two are off to the Mallard,
Mhm.
where you walk into the familiar place, and there's a very sort of like elegantly dressed gentleman. You haven't seen him before. Glasses, looking at the both of you as you come in. He's like, "Hello,
Hello?
can I help you?"
Table for 2?
Yes, of course. Reaches down. He grabs 2 small wooden, like really nicely crafted wooden slates. Takes you inside, seats you, hands you the menus, and he's like, "Someone will be over shortly. Enjoy."
Thank you.
And he disappears. Nice, beautiful space. There's a few people sitting, dining quietly. There is a low fire going in the fireplace. The lights are low. There are a couple little lanterns. It's quite beautiful.
Is there a candle on the table?
There is.
Is it lit?
It is.
Okay, I'm gonna use control flames, and I'm gonna sort of like coax it into like a little heart shape, like a tiny little heart shape, and I'm
Cersei's
just
a
gonna
little
maintain
jealous.
that.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
I know. Liz.
Can we get an image of that up on the screen?
We're standing on business. They're standing on playtime.
All right, so you guys are taking some time to have your meal. You guys are having pomelo. You guys have a much more elegant and refined meal, a little bit of wine. What do you think you might eat this evening? Just out of curiosity. There's a
Where
fairly
the fuck
decent
do the
menu at
girls
the
go?
Teal,
Yeah.
higher
Where do
end
they always
prepared
go?
things.
I'm not super hungry.
No, maybe like a little appetizer to share with our
Yeah.
wine,
Yeah.
like a charcuterie
Like
board.
those, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a charcuterie-esque.
Well, there's a great selection of cheeses in North
Yep.
Veritas, actually, because a lot of the farmers, they do, not everybody
Few
farms the
grapes,
land.
few cheese.
Yeah, so there's a
Street
decent selection of those
Mhm.
things.
Right.
Okay, so you
Okay.
spend some
Trying to
time with
think
that.
about planning a
Through-
murder,
Nice.
and they're
Yeah.
off having,
Through from someone that's like got a nice
They're
head on
gossiping
her
about
shoulders. What do I do about this one? She runs away like this, making my life so difficult. You know what I mean? I'm
Motherly
sitting here with my
advice.
fucking hooves between my ass. You know what I mean? What am I supposed to
Motherly
fucking do?
advice.
well, you either look at it as a parenting choice and say, do I tighten my grip and run the risk of them running even further and harder and rebelling against you even more, or
Put that hoof down.
well, yes, you could put that hoof down, but
I'll put my
Maybe.
hoof down harder.
I have a feeling that given her nature and her general proclivities to rebellion, she would not respond well to that, so maybe just let her go off and burn herself once or twice.
But they're
Perhaps she'll
going
learn-
off with Miss. I'm gonna pass out every time we get in a fight, and who likes murder. It's like the like if she
Whoa.
ran off with you,
Whoa.
through,
You
there's
can't
nothing
hear
to-
any of this.
I
You
know,
Whoa.
it's
took off.
hysterical. This is
through,
so
through.
funny.
If she ran off with you, no fucking worry. You know what I mean?
No.
I kick my feet up and fucking, you know what I
understand
mean?
that,
Have a
but-
beer. But this shit, they're running off with the fucking
They're
least
just
stable person in the party.
slandering you. Slander.
There's shit talk going on over there.
Your observations are not
we
unwarranted.
should talk them.
It's like
I understand where you're coming from, but at this point, you know,
Pick up my little piece of cheese.
you have to recognize the fact that she's of her own volition and she will do what she wants to do. And
Did you see that hairstyle?
you know, I think there is something to be said. I admire your encouraged
We'll run that.
drive to continually do your job as best
I'm
as you
trying.
can. I know you're very sensitive about this, but
But you know what's funny? I used to be fun.
until you took this job.
You
I used to
sound
be
so
I used to
old.
be fun. I used to go out and be reckless and do my shit, and I feel like I'm an old man now. What the fuck happened to me?
We've
you know what I
seen
mean?
you be
I've aged like
reckless.
30 years. Well, listen, I've been angry lately. That's not the point, though. You know what I mean?
What has been making you so angry?
Not important at the moment.
Perhaps it is.
Mama threw.
I don't know if it's something we can talk about.
Well, fine. Let's figure out how the fuck we're going to kill this guy.
Okay, I like that.
This pomelo is lovely at this time of year.
It's fucking nice.
It's good stuff.
Fucking,
Yeah?
it's a good pomelo.
Stew is
Stew is
delicious.
on point. I must say, these croutons are banging.
We eat good.
It's much better than the dry rations in your bag.
It's hurt. The things you're saying are hurtful.
Charcuterie board on like a slab of meat.
Sorry.
I was in a
I was thinking
fucking evidence locker for like a
Oh, okay,
day.
interesting.
Yeah.
I did sleep for a lot of it, but
That's tight. That's tight.
I was hungry.
As far as she goes, she's going to do what she's going to do.
Yeah, I can't spend my time headbutting people about it. You know what I mean?
All I can say is maybe take a step back and try to calm your own nerves.
You want a drink?
That's what I'm saying.
Chodes!
Toads around.
You're not gonna be able to go in
I
there.
don't know if I can go in there.
Yeah, shit.
Sorry, guys. Is there any like
We need to
street?
find a
Is
new
there street
drinking
chodes?
establishment.
Street
Street
show.
chodes.
Street
I
chodes.
do enjoy a good street show.
There are plenty of other bars in North Veritas.
Any open air type places?
For example, the
not near
Manor.
immediate.
I don't know about
vicinity.
you all, but I'm finding this to be a lovely evening.
It's classy.
Quite a nice night to plan a murder, and I like being outside.
Yeah. Maybe we get like a nice outdoor drink and just, plan it out.
What do you think? How do you think we should go about this? You did come up with very good ideas
Imagine
involving
they went
your
to the
rings.
teal.
Genius idea.
Oh my god.
What say you, Arby?
You guys pop in the teal?
Arby.
Arby.
What is that?
Risky business. Arby.
I like
Oh
that.
my god.
Arby,
It's like
baby.
Arby's. We've got them.
They've got the beef, yes.
I got the Panamelo.
You've got the pomelo, yes.
No one's got beef.
What is beef?
I need
Good.
a
Pomelo.
drink.
Yes.
A drink. Maybe. Can we code word the murder?
Murder.
You can call it
the planting.
How about the planting?
Yeah, I like that.
Oh,
Sowing the fields?
Sowing the fields, yes.
Sure.
Although that might be a little bit on the nose in terms of
the goofy on
the sowing festival.
Well, that's the talk of
Sure.
the town right now.
Okay, yes, the planting.
Any,
The sowing.
Okay. Drinks.
What's the closest bar?
If you spend about 5 minutes looking around as you stroll the streets, Branmore, you return the wooden bowl to the man who
Oh.
sold you the stew. You guys are kind of licking the last of the pomelo off your fingers, and you begin wandering the streets, generally heading in the direction of Toenail, Mallard, Teal area. And you do see the sort of propped open door and the gentle glow of the interior firelight coming out of another small bar, quiet bar. And you look up and spot a sign hanging overhead. It's called the Krusty Galapa.
Oh, shit!
Oh,
Oh.
It's not like a good spot.
Jalapa.
We're going in.
Is it a open mic night?
This does look nice. Let's go.
You're currently enjoying a charcuterie board
Yeah,
at the
I'm just
Teal.
metagame interested.
Have I ever seen a Galapa?
Roll a nature check for me.
Stay out of our split party.
Wow. That's a little fucked up.
Stay off our side. You are the ones that goes to dust.
What was it? Nature?
Nature.
It's 15.
15. You have actually Galapas as as individuals are not super common, but you have come across them before, so you understand the reference on the sign for sure.
You guys know what a Galapa is?
It is.
Yeah, you would not, Brandon.
No idea.
It's a goddamn
Galapagos.
turtle, but it walks and talks. Like it's on 2 feet. It's about your size.
Mine's one.
It's a turtle. You know what I mean? Like your size, yeah. It's, or 5 feet tall, 6 feet tall.
They're a big fucking turtle.
They're big turtles, and they got big shells, and they kind of got big attitude. But they're cool guys. I say we go in, see if they got one here. Because if they got a Galapa here, it's kind of crazy.
Let's
I
get
gotta
to
see this.
Let's go in.
Okay. You guys walk inside. It's a modest tavern. Pretty much sort of on the order of things you're used to, with a few exceptions. One, oddly, one of the decorations that seems to sort of pepper the ceiling in all different places are the shells of turtles,
Yeah.
which is
That's
interesting.
weird.
Can still meet family.
There is a human female behind the bar. She's kind of like just wiping the bar down. There's about 8 or 10 other people about. There's a fire burning in the fireplace. There are lanterns behind the bar. Typical scene. The mood seems good. As you enter the bar, especially you, Tryfon, a couple of people turn and look at you, and one of them actually just kind of like nods, sort of respectfully. So the vibe feels okay in here.
This is nice.
Yeah.
I like this place.
How
How you doing, sweetheart?
She turns and she's like, welcome, come on in, grab a seat, I'll get your drink order in a second.
Thank you.
Can we go close to the fire?
You can. Actually, there's a couple of tables over in that direction. The place isn't packed. It's still a little early for a bar crowd. Probably pushing around 6 o'clock. So
Are one of those tables a little more secluded than the others, perhaps? Maybe.
there's one in the corner that doesn't seem to have anyone close to it. So there are tables near it, but no one is at them.
Let's do that.
All right. You grab a seat over there. And settle in. Take about 5 minutes. Take in the decor of this place. There are no actual Galapa individuals in this space.
I was hoping for
It's a
one that would
letdown.
be especially dirty and Maybe Christ. Bless you.
Bless
But there
you.
does appear to be a sort of tortoise-based theme to the place. Even
Are there
though
any
you have-
portraits of Galapagos?
There's no art on the walls necessarily. It seems more about artifact.
Okay.
Is it more of like a trophy room?
It feels that way, weirdly, but not in the formal sense like a hunter's trophy room. But there are a number of these shells about.
It's a little appropriating.
Perhaps someone has a taste for Galapa?
Interesting.
I don't like that.
Oh, that's a little weird. But is there a menu?
Bartender comes over a few minutes later and she looks at you. She's like, "Get you a cocktail, glass of wine. What can I get for you?"
I would like some mead. Or perhaps you have some mead?
I got a mead. Yeah,
I'll
just
take,
one though. I only got one.
I'll take one.
You want a mead? All right, 3 meads.
3 meads.
What's your name?
Ash.
Ash. Tryfon.
Nice to meet you,
Ash.
Tryfon. Welcome to the crusty Galapa. I'll be back with your drinks in a minute. She disappears for a little bit. The two of you, to just kind of pop over to the teal for
Yeah.
a few minutes, have had a very relaxing time. It's quiet in this place, very refined. The night's not getting on, but you're sort of at a later stage
Right.
of the whole thing here.
We're sort of like kicking feet under the table,
Kicking
chatting.
our feet, chit-chatting, telling Cersei about the dress I'm picking up in 2 days'
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I think after we finish, we'd go for like a walk.
A little walk around town.
Okay.
Hold
Maybe like a little
hands.
arm in arm action, you know?
Okay,
Yeah.
so charcuterie board, couple glasses of wine, and the time you spent there is going to cost you 3 gold pieces.
Okay.
I got it.
Thank you.
And after you're finished, you
Chivalry's
get
not
up
dead.
and kind of start to roam about and stroll the streets.
Mhm.
Your cocktails arrive, and you begin to make conversation about the activities for tomorrow, or whatever it is you'd like to.
What do we think of the classic obstruction in the road?
Obstruction in the road. Maybe some.
I wouldn't mind laying
nearby
there like a
trees.
dead body. And then they come over, inspect me, boom, headbutt him in the face, break his nose. You know?
Sounds like someone played Daggerheart.
Huh. That's the best one yet.
Well, I mean,
I
it
haven't
won't-
heard any
it-
yet, but
I was toying with the idea of maybe perhaps making some type of a contained explosive with some ball bearings in it that perhaps our wanton fire bug could set off at a specific time, but everyone thought that it was going to be a little bit loud, so not quite the most clandestine situation.
it might be a little loud.
Okay, fine.
Is there
So-
like at all any like wall of windows of this bar that they're in? Like if we were to pass by unbeknownst to them, would they see us?
It's not likely because they moved to the back of the
Oh.
space near a fireplace, so they kind of got deep into the space.
Okay.
Plus, it is starting to get a little bit towards dusk, so it would be highly unlikely if you
Okay.
passed by.
There's that.
So Bull Man lays in the road. Where do
I
we
thought
go?
didn't- I thought you guys didn't want to be seen.
They're gonna be dead. Well, you're not there. Talking on my head.
you're like,
Do you guys have an objective while you're out
No.
for your walk?
Even though
I think we're just out for a walk.
We're just chatting.
All right.
Yeah.
We're
Your
chilling.
ring
I feel like
situation seems
we'd
to be a very
meet
good
up with
thing,
them at
but
some point.
Yeah.
are you
Okay.
somewhat limited
Try to find them at some point.
with it?
Any funny animals?
I don't know if we need that necessarily for the
I can
element of
only
surprise.
I can
Ooh.
only do
23.
it once.
23.
Yeah, I had to do count on my fingers.
It
for
takes a
that
lot
one.
out of me.
Yes. Give me 1
Okay.
second.
I can only do it once, and I don't have a perception of what's going on.
So maybe not the best usage of that in this situation.
Probably not. Maybe escape mechanism, but it only works for myself. I don't know if it would help us in preparing.
Okay, then,
Could it help us get rid of the body? Could you take it with you and leave him there?
I have to Talk to the almighty ruler.
What do you think about that, Doblin?
What's that again?
I asked if he could
I mean,
take the body
you could
and
take the
leave it
heads
in
off.
its extra dimensional space.
What?
In the ring.
What?
I don't know if that's possible. Can you do that?
I don't know.
You have to take it in with you?
But it is a house, and he can go back without touching it.
Can you take your party mates in there with you?
Not yet.
You're smug. What is the are you reading the description?
I'm trying to find it. I
Okay.
cannot take party members yet. I know that's something I can do in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But if you
And-
stuffed him in your bag, it would be a possession.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dead body, but it's a possession.
You can't put a whole dead body in a bag like that.
Well, we
Strap it
talked
to your
about
body.
cutting-
It's on your
cut
body.
him up.
We talked
Put it in
about
a
cutting
vase.
heads off.
Anyway,
You come across a vendor in the
Looking.
street who has a cart that has a series of small cages piled on top of it. They're probably about this big, right? And they're made of wood and wire. They're not quite like traps. They're more like transportation cages. And inside each of those cages, go on Discord, is one of these.
I'm still looking at
Sorry.
Oh my god. Okay.
Can I see this too?
That's so cute. Okay. Cool. I want to like
Okay.
take out my journal and I want to write down everything that I can see about this animal in my
Okay.
little book.
So
Like
it-
its defining characteristics.
mostly scaled, similar to like the scales of a dragon, but
Mhm.
not quite. But an absolutely adorable face, large eyes, clawed hands, almost sloth-like with a tail, greenish and brown in color. I'm gonna pop this into Cersei's chat also,
And I
simply
wanna-
because you're there.
Before we like leave, I want to ask the vendor. I'm like, I've never seen these before. What are these?
You asking that now?
Yes.
The vendor that's standing there, he's kind of just like leaning against the cart. He's kind of like he kind of like shrugs his shoulders and he's like, "Where are you from?"
I'm just visiting from Amakora.
You never seen these before?
No.
Nope.
Oh, that's strange. I don't run into people like that every day. This is well, what you interested? You want to buy? You want to buy 3 or 4 of them?
Well, I kind of want to know what they are first.
It's a rain pomelo.
What? Huh?
Did you say pomelo?
Yeah, they're delicacy. We make soup out of them.
How much are they?
These?
Yeah.
Are 3 gold pieces each, not including the cage, because I need those.
Are they
Most
like?
people just take them by the tail, take them home, and put them right in the pot.
I'm gonna like. I
If
can't
you were
cry. I
to-
can't cry.
If you were to like keep them as a pet, are they like social animals or are they good on their own?
You're gonna break that.
Yeah. I don't know. My kids ask about that sometimes. Look, the food, that's what we...
Listen, are you gonna answer the fucking question or not?
Oh my god, the wine went to Cersei's brain.
I feel like
What
you're
was
both
the
about to
question
beat up this
again?
guy.
If we were to buy one, no difference to you as a pet, right? Are they social animals, or would they be fine on their own? Like if we were to buy a bunch and give them out to people and keep one as a pet, or would they have to keep them all as a group ourselves?
Well, if you let it go in the city, it's probably going to die because it lives in the forest. It's not
Right.
going to have anything to eat.
Right.
So,
It's tasty.
Right.
you know.
Sure. Do you want one? I'll take one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Picks up the... Did you get something to carry it in?
No.
My
Do
body.
you?
Your body?
I have a way with animals.
You're going to carry it.
Fuck, now we
Yeah.
have a
body.
body.
Roll an animal handling check for me.
Animal riz.
Alright, can I back this up?
Yep.
What is a pomelo?
We just ate it.
I know,
I
I'm
know.
not there, but
Oh my god! A 24!
Being from the Feywild, you probably wouldn't have a direct familiarity with this. But if you looked around the city, it wouldn't take long to find out because a lot of
almost just
people
cried.
seem to eat these.
So sad.
You just did. What?
24.
A 24? So this guy opens the cage up. He reaches in and grabs the thing and he kind of like hands it to you. He's kind of gruff with it. And it cuddles up against you.
Yes!
I press 3 gold into his palm.
He kind of takes it and he's like, enjoy it. I mean, if you decide to change your mind and you get hungry, you know, a couple of nice recipes, you know,
Okay.
with cream. And
Thank you.
That's great, thank you.
Then we're gonna walk away.
It's gonna be a pomelo check
Don't
now.
forget the Holy Trinity, you know, a little onion, a little carrot, a little celery.
Okay. And I'm gonna keep going. I'm like running, like I'm speed walking away. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe away.
We're back to the rest of the group.
A rain pomelo.
Oh, we're just enjoying. So
Now
So
we
we
have a
taking him
pomelo.
into the ring or not?
I
What
thought
the
about it.
fuck are we gonna
What are
do
we
with
gonna
that?
do with the fucking pomelo?
I could bring him into the ring. I think we would have to possibly make him a little smaller because I need to be able to bring him in. And I
Okay.
can only enter the ring once, so
Once a day? Or once a
once a rest. Like I said, it takes a little bit out of me.
You want to take his head?
I don't really care. I mean, do we feel like we really need to dispose of these things, or just do it? We can always set the fire somewhere and burn them.
All right, maybe we kill him, chop him up,
From
set a fire.
okay, from what we remember when we exited the sewers, I know it was open grassland, hillside, correct? What's on the other side of the road?
The Crooked House Tavern.
Oh, it's like right there. We didn't like
Pretty
walk
much.
Down. Oh, it's really
it's
close.
pretty much
Oh,
right across from the Crooked House.
fuck,
Yeah.
that doesn't work. Okay.
Enter the tree line.
Oh.
Find a place. Burn it.
Is there
I mean,
a tree line
We're
between
halfway to the Crooked House where we were thinking about doing this because
Yeah.
there's that one patch.
halfway between the Crooked House and North Veritas?
So
Is there a tree line?
most of the distance between North Veritas and the Crooked House, if you're heading south on the right side of the road, which is to the west, you have a tree line that eventually, and you know this from traveling, rises up into like a steep hill. Okay. On the opposite side of the road, you mostly have farmland.
So there's a little bit of tree.
Take him in there. I don't think we need to. So you want to do the body in the road thing? That our easiest bet.
I don't
I'll
know.
try and grapple him. Make him an easy hit for you guys.
Can we cut the tree down or something to make more of an obstacle? I'm assuming they're going to be on horseback. There's only 3 of them.
I don't know.
Or maybe they're walking. Do you
Did
think the
Bun Bun-
magistrate is going to walk?
I think the magistrate might be
Does
walking,
anyone
but I
remember
think
how
other
they-
people might be walking.
Are we
How
going
they
in the
arrived.
direction
How'd
of
they
where
show
they
up
are?
to the bar last time?
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good question, Todd.
Are you looking
Is that
for
on
them?
the- Are we looking for them yet?
Oh, we might as well start to after the pomelo.
Yeah, probably to be like, okay, well,
Well, now we have.
How'd
now
the
we have a
ma-
pet.
How'd the magistrate show up to the Crooked House the first time?
Figure out what to
Were they on horseback?
They were.
I just didn't want him to be.
Let's try both.
horses too.
They were on horseback? You want to do the
Bugs and
tree?
little pieces of fruit.
I think we might need something bigger to
Yes.
actually obstruct that.
But if they just if there's a tree in the
They're just
roadway,
going to
they're just
jump
gonna go
over it.
around.
Charcuterie board.
Ooh,
It's the theme of the
I
night.
could pretend like the tree fell on me.
Oh,
Name him Cooterie.
They can get out and help.
Did you drop a tree on Tryfon?
That could be fun.
I'm okay with it.
I knew he'd be game.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut the tree in half.
Okay, so maybe we don't drop the tree on him because he needs to be able to move
No, that's what I'm saying.
and take action.
We cut the tree in half. I lay in between the halves, make it look like as it landed, it broke on me. But I just kind of like tucked myself in.
Well, I was thinking maybe if you were just next to it,
Okay, that works.
like
too.
you
Maybe
had
hit me
gotten
in the
out,
head.
he hit you. Yeah,
Yeah, I like that. I like this.
can we figure out how to bloody him up?
I don't think it'd be a problem.
I don't like the way you said that.
Well, you know, you still owe me some gold.
Well, I'm not gonna pay in blood.
You could.
Okay,
Sounds like we have a plan.
Yeah, baby.
I think we have a plan.
Yeah.
It's maybe not as quite as eloquent as the heist that you guys did, but
It's pretty good.
I'm
though.
ready
I think
to kill
this is
something.
just gonna be a fucking.
Roll survival check for me.
Both of us?
Survival.
Yeah.
I think it's
Ooh.
gonna be a shit show.
21.
regardless.
Yes, it's going to
21?
be.
Okay.
It's going
15.
to go hard.
15?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We're going to roll a shit.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you guys planning on doing in terms of
They're gonna
spending the
run away.
night?
Spending the night. You want to just stay at the Mallard?
Well, didn't we want to get out there? It's supposed to be going out early in the morning, so I think
Yeah.
it would make sense for us to try
Camp
and
out.
find a good spot in the cover of night.
I like
and,
that.
You know, maybe perhaps choose a tree that we can put across the road on top of you at the given time.
I like this a lot.
Seems like we have some work to do.
Yeah.
It's dangerous out there at night,
So are we.
This is true.
So are we.
but we're in a group this time.
Yeah, we're not alone.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Stupid.
I survived. I fucked around, found out.
Well, we'll go out
It was
there
risky
together. We'll be
business.
all right. It was risky business, man. It
Oh,
fits too
RB.
well. RB, baby.
RB.
RB.
Right bumper.
All right, so you settle up your tab.
Yeah. What do we owe?
Actually, you owe 6 copper pieces.
Oh boy.
Is it? I'll give him one silver.
There you go.
On the way
Thank
out,
you.
I'm going to look at the barmaid and say, what's the story with all the shells?
Oh, it's a long story in terms of the history, but the owner of the bar, who has passed on a couple of about 20 years ago, he fought in a battle that raged against a certain group of Galapa warriors, and he took these shells as trophies. It's a bit of a controversial decor, but there are some older veterans that kind of seem to align with this stuff, and keeps away certain clientele, but he insisted that it stay this way. It was written in his will, so this is how it stays.
It's very crusty. And, aptly named.
Well, it was nice to see you here.
Thank you very much for the meals. It was lovely. Let's get out of here.
Take it easy.
Enjoy the
find
rest
them?
of your evening.
Do we find them?
So they come out of the bar, and probably about 20 minutes after you acquire this rain pomelo, you kind of glance around because you guys are now kind of officially looking for the rest of the group.
Yeah.
And ahead in the distance, you see the obviously silhouetted, massive rack of horns bobbing above the rest of the crowd as the 3 of them are walking. You're about 50 feet behind them. So you speed it up a little bit
Yeah.
and catch
I
up to the
wanna run
group.
to them. I just want to go like.
I'm gonna before like as we're coming up, I'm gonna be like guilt tripping with the pomelo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heard.
Word.
As we run up, I'm just gonna go.
Ha!
Hey!
Oh!
Look!
What the fuck is that?
Look! And I hold it up to everybody in the group.
This
like,
is what
literally
you've been eating.
by under its
What is
arms.
that?
It's what you've been eating.
It's a rain pomelo.
Yeah, okay, fine. It looks delicious.
It tasted pretty good, yeah.
What's the issue?
What is wrong with all of you?
What
Where did you
is
go?
the issue?
Do you save money buying them live?
Where's the
What's
pot
wrong
that you're
with
going to
you?
cook it in?
I presume so, but
Is that why you
We
bought
this
it?
one's
We
just a
shouldn't have come
pet.
back.
Is that
It's
why
just-
you bought
It's
it?
just a pet.
I mean, it could be good rations to
For-
kill it
Well, I
when we
mean,
need to
it'll
eat
stay
it fresh.
fresher
For pet- no,
longer
no,
if we
it's
need
a
it
pet.
later.
Yeah, if we keep it alive, it'll stay fresh.
As they're talking, it sort of nuzzles into you, opens its mouth really wide, and lets out this like yawn with a little slight high-pitched squeak. It's kind of like,
Oh my god! Fuck all of you.
Oh no, that looks very tasty. Very good indeed. Yes. Thank you for picking that up. I'm sure it'll come in handy when we're out in the woods, waiting to ambush
Touch
the
him, you
register.
die, Throod.
If you touch it, I'm. I can't say that. I can't say that.
Guys, we're gonna sleep in the woods tonight.
Why are we sleeping
Bet.
in the woods?
Because we're going to
Do the thing.
do the planting tomorrow morning, early,
Oh, yeah, what's
Oh,
before
when?
sunrise.
Yeah.
We'll
We're
talk
going
about it
hunting.
on the way to the woods. I want to talk
Isn't
about it.
it
when we're
not
down.
safe to sleep in the woods?
It's very safe.
We're in a group.
so you guys take your time, make
Yeah.
your plans, and head south in North Veritas to the southern
Yes.
gate. Do you feel like you're prepared to head out on the road and pitch that camp now?
Yerp.
You.
Is there anything else?
Or
that
is
we
there
should
things you need
Yes,
to do
sir.
before you go?
You start
I'm chilling.
9.
I feel like he's asking that with a purpose.
get? Yeah.
I feel like we're forgetting something.
Do
That's metagaming.
It's another
No.
fucking Dickie the Whippet meeting.
Fuck Tiki the Whippet.
You turn around and look over your shoulder, and Dickie the Whippet's right there.
Hey
following
Dickie, how you doing?
you. What the fuck you say to that about? No, I'm just kidding.
What's up, Dickie?
You gonna disrespect me on the day of my daughter's wedding?
I don't think I need anything.
I'm chilling.
I'm also good.
I have a
Okay.
freaking pomelo.
We have a pomelo. We have some leftover pomelo on stick, maybe.
Stop.
He's got a couple of dried rations in his
Can we
bag
feed
still.
the pomelo on a stick to the pomelo?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No.
You did finish your pomelo on a stick. However, as you sort of wander out of town and begin to head south on the north-south trade road, you find the occasional, like, your tongue pushing up into the recesses of your teeth, picking out
The
some of the
hole where
strands.
he got one ripped out. There's just like the vacant cavity.
Yeah,
of
in the
tooth.
vacant cavity where you had your tooth removed by the street dentist, you find a nicely packed wad of pomelo meat that
Pomelo.
still is sort of up in your mouth.
Meat
I'm
hole.
gonna take it
Meat
out. I'm gonna
Meat
take it out.
hole.
It's gross. It smells bad. However,
Does he want it?
No, I don't let you. I don't let it near
Smells
him.
bad, but like
I don't
good.
let it near him.
an hour or so, you find a pretty decent spot off the side of the road. You've been watching, and there's still just a little bit of sunlight left. And it's not sunlight itself, but the dusk light.
Blue hour.
The 3 moons are up, so there's a bit of an illumination. And you do notice that just off the side of the road at one point, about 1.25 miles outside of town, there is what appears to be just enough of a clearing and a few rocks that you could bed down behind them and keep yourself out of view. So you make a small camp, you begin to settle in. The rain pomelo nuzzles up against you and kind of makes itself very cozy with you, Remy. Anything you want to do before you go to sleep?
Yes.
I want to take a rock that they find that looks like a nice, good sharpening stone and slowly draw it across the edge of Tyr to sharpen the edges a little bit and look longingly at that rain pomelo.
I want to say to the group,
Get away from
we're gonna
me.
need someone.
What are you going to do with this while we
On-
are taking care of business? Eh? You want to try to keep it safe, keep it secret? It's a wild animal.
What's up with you? I thought you had a good night.
I did have a good night, and I ate a lot of good pomelo. It was very tasty. I'm very much liking it. What, do you think
Guys.
me getting satiated in one way would
Oh,
prevent
satiated.
me from going after a pomelo afterwards? Sometimes it
Wait,
builds
what
up an
happened?
appetite.
got satiated. What the
What
fuck does
happened?
that
I
mean?
thought maybe I forged some things. I don't know. What do you need to know about it for?
Forged.
What does that
In
mean?
fire, balls of steel. Maybe.
Oh,
She got her riz on.
she got a riz on.
I think that's a perfect spot to end tonight's session. Settle in beside your camp fire.
Fuck.
Warm, cozy. Yeah,
Before we go,
yeah.
I want to point out, just in case where we start next week, we don't have time to. I want to have said to the group, we need someone on lookout, some 60 feet down the line to tell us when they're coming. Because we can't set this trap for everybody that comes. You know what I mean? We need to do it right before they come.
Sure.
So I want to have communicated that.
Okay, so you guys have sort of spent the time before you go to sleep perfecting this plan so that when it is executed, you know it inside and out.
There is
Okay.
no perfecting this plan. It is going to go
Wait.
fucking
Well,
shit
perfecting
up.
it as best you can tell.
We have rope.
Yeah.
So I said back up to this tree thing in the event that they try to jump over the tree and they do not care. Maybe we string the rope around so we can clothesline them too.
I like that.
As
Hide
a-
it on the other side of the tree.
Yeah,
So when we lift it up, it comes over the tree. Trips them.
Trips their horses, yes.
Leave a little net.
All right. All right, everybody, that's where we're going to end tonight. I want to thank all of you for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe down there. Our music is provided by Pocket Bard, which we've been enjoying some of their new drops lately. They got some new stuff going on. Definitely go back in time and check out our earlier episodes if this is the first one you're new to. And we'll see you next week. All right.
Adios.
Take care. Thanks.